And it's live.
Yeah!
And we're here. Having a Bresney.
Bresnell with the ledge.
It is.
Mr. Steve Smith.
Oh, well, do you know what? Legends always say that, don't they?
Yeah.
Rick said it. They all saying it.
A lot of people
Just
be
a guy.
Just
Not a guy.
You not know. To people that know you, you know, I don't know anyone that doesn't like you.
Oh, thanks, man.
But,
You might say it different, man,
Who might?
but we disagree.
yeah.
We like you.
Oh, excuse me. Beverage break.
It's alright.
So,
Right, we've been running for a whole minute and a half.
we're just saying then, well, it's been what, 10 years?
Is it that long?
I've been out 2013, but I worked at depot before that
Yeah.
for 2 years, so I didn't see battalion.
Fucking hell.
When I got out, I didn't see anybody.
Crazy.
Time flies, doesn't it?
So 10
When-
years.
when year?
For,
When did you come out?
I come out 2018.
and for those viewing, you didn't come out as straight.
Oh, you mean?
Yeah.
You didn't come out,
Yeah.
out the closet.
So-
You finished military service.
Yeah, 22 years. Joined the Queen's Lancashire Regiment as it was in '96 to get off community service. That's why I did it. I've been done. I wasn't always a clean cut good boy, so I've been done for burglary. And
Really?
yeah, I was
You're from Romford, aren't you?
yeah, originally from
Largo,
Howard Hill, which is like I think they call it North East London now.
Right.
But yeah, so I was a shitter.
Yeah.
You know, I lived up north as well. I moved up north when I was 13.
Well,
my mum got
That were one of
pause,
your
yeah.
questions, weren't it?
Yeah, pause on that thought because we know who you are.
Yeah.
We've been having a chat for a while. We've been having social distancing
Hugs.
stuff. Yeah.
Hugging.
Hugs. But this is episode number 10.
Yes.
Yes! 10-inch. We were this guy who's going to get to introduce himself. But episode 10 is brought to you by Cannonball Coffee.
Bresney.
So thank you very much. Strong coffee for strong people. And they believe in best conversations come from having a brew and
Yeah.
having a chat. So do we.
Drink coffee, lift weights, repeat.
Cheers, boys.
Smudge will say
Thank
drink
you.
tins.
And also by the My brand, My prints and My tees. So look out for the merch. All happy days. And what do we love better now? Beginning of every episode.
Monty.
Montage!
Morning, you bunch of classy motherfuckers.
Them of you that's struggling out there, keep the faith, people. Yeah, it can get better, and it will get better. But sometimes you need to take the steps to make it better. And when you get there, don't fucking stop, keep going. Anyway, dudes, keep the faith. From him, from me, peace out.
That's it, so free world. So you're saying then music that you just bought, as we just watched the Monty,
Yeah.
a bit of free world.
Oh, I like loads. I mean, God.
That'd be a good name for this episode. I like
Not Monty.
Keep on rocking in the free world.
Free world, yeah. Keep on rocking in the
Yeah.
free world.
Yeah.
Should we have that?
We're having it.
Copyright.
Hashtagged.
What do I got laughed at the other week for saying www.
Okay.
Somewhere you
Becoming like a corporate. What's the word for it?
Oh.
Yeah, corporate horse.
Oh yeah, I love it.
Well, also you mentioned as well. Tell us about your jacket. Who likes it?
What jacket? Oh yeah, so yeah, the jacket. So Jordan Lee's, he'll get a shout out today. Only because I did one of my videos ages ago and I was wearing that.
Yeah.
And he goes, yeah, what are you doing with Janis Joplin's jacket on?
Funny, isn't it? Comes out with all sorts.
Oh, I love it. I love watching him on Facebook and that.
Yeah.
You always chip in as well, you
Yeah.
know. And some of the
Humour, innit?
Yeah.
we can have an hour of conversation with like random quotes that are not related to fuck all.
Scenarios.
But it
It's like
works.
code, isn't it?
Yeah, we get it.
Do you know? Do you know?
Fucking tapped.
Do you know how I know that this person is okay? Because he sends me quotes from Lost Boys. You know the movie? Why's your face red, Michael? Man?
Danny will pop
You're
up
basic.
and he'll say some statement and on the end it'll have dudes. Or goats. 'Cause that's what when I hear your name I'm like goat.
Yeah. A lot of people Same, yeah.
Yeah.
Right. So
Yeah.
we're in Richmond, aren't we?
Richmondo.
Richmondo. We sound northern because we're northern, but you're not northern.
I'm not northern, that's how northern.
We sound no northern.
Adopted northerner.
Yeah, well, I was given, what was it, in Cleveland, where a couple of my mates were, they made me an honorary northerner of the,
You're proud.
the North. Oh,
Right.
I am
Right,
northern.
pass off.
mate.
What is it? What is it you used to get called? The confused cockney?
Yeah, confused Cockney. But yeah, I probably live more of my life up north now,
Yeah.
and I've 100% made it my own.
So where is it you're from?
Originally I was born in Harold Wood Hospital, which is in Essex, in 1917, something like that. In the year 1704 of our Lord.
When it was a calendar.
Yeah, it's looking like an interview with a vampire, isn't it? No, I was born in, okay, I forgot now, 74, down there, and I lived down there. I mean, my old man's a Cockney, like most of my family. They all moved out from London in like the 50s, 60s and 70s, when it sort of, there was like a population explosion and that. So they all moved out in what we now call the home counties, Essex being one of them.
Yeah.
So I lived down there till I was about 13, and my uncle went on holiday and met a guy over there who was a greyhound racer. And for some reason, like 3 brothers up sticks and fucked off. Now they had a big business running, it was turning a lot of money.
Yeah.
But it had enough, so we ended up north, and then eventually we convinced him to go back down south, which I went back. I was a little fucker up north, like we all are. I'm not saying I'm no different to no one else.
Whereabouts was it? Lancashire area?
Lancashire, Nelson. Well, I initially moved to Barrowford.
Really?
Yeah, Barrowford.
Wow. So you
No,
right
right
near
near
me,
that corner from you. Then I lived
Never
in,
knew that.
lived in
5 minutes in, learning.
four
Nice,
different
Barrowford.
spots in Nelson.
Yeah, Nelson.
That leads to Old Barkhouse Road, Elmsdale
Oh
Road.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
And then I finished in Colne.
Right.
And then
Wow.
we went back down south, and because I'd like roots in 2 different places, I was like torn, but I was not a southerner anymore. In there,
Lingo, aren't you?
It's what the Scousers call a wool, isn't
a
it?
different mentality.
You're a wool.
Yeah, it is.
No, I'm not saying because I love my family, that I love my friends down there, but I become a northerner pretty fucking fast. You know, so yeah, that's where I was born, and I ended up in Lancashire, went back down south, got done for a couple of things, and then I was in community service and that's why I joined the military, just because I was trying to get off that community service. I had no intention of joining the army whatsoever, but once I'd watched the videos and saw what it offered, I'm like, you know what, I'll have some of that.
The golden video.
Obviously, a couple of lies were thrown in about how the QLI was a boxing regiment and all that. Yeah, I think I was like, instrumental in making that happen with Willie back in
But can I just say,
2001.
in the defence, Your Honour, you might have thought boxing, but they were just on about, and what we all found out, just putting things in boxes.
Yeah.
All right. We are Shaka Khan at putting things in boxes, yeah, join.
But yeah, so I joined up that, fucking hell, 24 years later, here we are.
Yeah.
And there's been a lot of shit's going on in between, which I'm sure you'll drag out of me at some point.
Yeah.
But,
Well, you mentioned your boxing then, because on my way up in car, I was saying to Dale, one of my first memories as a crowbag, because I joined my company battalion 98, and I think one of the first times seeing you were in a ring. I think you're into company boxing or battalion boxing, knocking lumps out of some poor bastards. I thought, fucking hell. Because what weight were you?
Me, it's changed. I was a lightweight, I was a lightweight, so I think I weighed 59 kilos at that time. 59 kilos, I was a lot skinnier than I am now.
Yeah.
But I used to box as a kid.
Did you?
I never fought as a kid. I used to go training and that.
Yeah.
And when I joined the army, that was a big thing. I wanted to box.
Yeah.
Because well, actually, I was a bit of a alleged Burley with kickboxing. You know, you obviously heard of Dylan Carter.
Yeah,
Was,
Vinnie McIver's cousin.
Yeah, that's him.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah, well, he'd become a world champion kickboxer, and I used to be able to uncauterize his nose in about 5 seconds. So as a kid, I was really fast.
Yeah.
Really fast. But yeah, so I joined the army, did a bit of that. I wanted to join the army boxing team, but I think at the point in time when I was in my late 20s, Neil McCallum, who was a coach, he went, look mate, I'll be honest with you, as good as you are, I weren't amazing, I was only a company level boxer.
Yeah.
You know, someone like Rick Godin, when I met him the first time, and this is in Cyprus now, I never had an answer for him. He was like,
Was it technical?
world class. I just
reading
fast.
you.
And I was fast, but yeah, he could read. He saw what were coming before I even thought about it. That's how good he was.
Really?
You know, but I was a lot older then, and my speed had gone.
Baz, he's a boxer as well, isn't he? Baz
Little
Quinn.
Baz, yeah. Me and him
Yeah,
have
he
had
said
many-
give him a
many-
shout out.
Yeah,
Bruce
Baz.
Lee.
We've had many battles in the ring, me and Baz. We had a funny relationship, me and him. We were mates, but there was always some like little edge. I don't know where it come from. But maybe it was in competition because of the ring shit, you know. But now he's a good guy, and yeah, you know, I hope he's doing well. And proud to see him climbing the ranks as he's done. He's done really well.
Really well.
Yeah, but yeah, we were like nemesis. We were both so fast. It was like 6 minutes of waste of time because we couldn't hit each other.
Yeah,
I mean, one time,
each other out, just neutraled each other out the fight.
well, there was only one time that I really give it like a good workout was when we were just getting ready for a fight. It was the one in Burnley. Was it? Yeah, Burnley Boxing Club. Or it might have been. Yeah, it was because I lost that one. And I was on painkillers and that. But Baz had been out on the piss, and I got him in the ring. Oof. And did I punish him, you know? Because he was slow enough that I could get hold of him and I'd just give it him, and it was funny.
So he's just got his confidence coat on after a couple of beers.
Yeah, it is. They come smudge you.
Been taught a lesson, haven't you?
Naughty hands. But I think, yeah, I mean, I'd like to have done more, but it was something, you know, that it wasn't, obviously you're in the army, so focus has to be on operations.
Yeah.
I think what made me quit doing the boxing was, because I'd reached a bit of an half decent level in battalion, we had this Burnley thing coming up, and like Daz Lee, rest his soul, you know, what a guy he was. Yeah. He goes, Smudge, you're good, you don't need to train. And we was on fire strikes. I went down Burnley, and I got my ass handed to me by some kid who's been boxing since he was like 11, and this kid was a business, and I was like, just, you know, been sat around doing binds, playing Risk for 3 months, you know what I mean?
Well, that's a classic Manning thing, that, when he goes, let him to go train, you're that good. You don't need to train.
But after that,
come and do this for me.
But there was a bit of a thing with his boxing card because I had a bit, because you know, you get him and you beat each other up, and he'd give me a good hand in that night. He actually stopped me, and I went over and had a bit of crack with him. I goes, what you done, mate? He goes, oh, I've had a 46 amateur bouts, and I'm on like my set. So he sort of fiddled it on his card. Yeah. And I went up to the boxing officer and said, never again will I ever put a pair of gloves on for you, just because you should have checked that. That's your job. Look after my welfare. And you can die in a boxing ring if you don't care.
Sometimes people in positions, they don't actually know the job.
Yeah, well,
so they're just acting.
British Army, a young officer, right? You know, the boxing officer who spent first 19 years of his life never ever watched boxing on telly or anything.
No.
So, yeah, so that was that, but it was fun and I enjoyed it.
What did you enjoy about it though, about actual boxing?
Well, boxing,
bollocks to get in the ring,
I enjoyed. I mean, I've never been like a naturally fit person ever, and I found like when we let Ian Willis shout out. The actual boxing.
Dropping here, I'll catch that.
The actual legend in boxing. You know, 290 odd amateur fights. You know. But I couldn't keep up with his training. His training was that intense. Like my body needs lots of recovery. But what
like what's with binge training?
Loads of it, then nothing. Just like 3 sessions a day. But my performance started to drop just due to that amount of training, you know. And I found that hard. But what I loved about boxing was just the fact that I was a bag of shit before it, honestly. I'll get in the ring and do the biz and that, but mentally, it used to break me. Like the days before a fight, my head would be fucking bad.
What, overthinking it, what's coming or what you're going to do?
It's like anyone who says you don't get scared is a liar.
Yeah.
You know, we've all done our bit and bob in Afghanistan, and Iraq and all that, and Northern Ireland. So fear is a big thing, and I think that part of your development as a person is learning to deal with fear. Where, if you know it yourself, you know when a Sergeant Major's out for you and he's going to hang you from a tree, you know that like. When you afterwards, actually wasn't.
Or you're missing his sexy loads when you're on a night. Where the fuck are you?
Yeah, but it's like the fear of the punishment is always worse than the punishment itself. I've found that. But it takes you a long time to learn these lessons, doesn't it?
So do you think it was a kind of road, but with like your anxiety building up
big
before?
time. I'm getting ring in front of 300 people. I might end up getting humiliated. And that's I found that it was a big cross to bear, as you know. At that point. Yeah.
That's strange.
Well, your mates watching you and that.
Yeah. So again, mate.
So you never went in because look, I don't know if you know, I don't know. Just sit down with loads of people, fighters like. But from my outside looking in, I'd always think, he's going to walk in there thinking I'm going to win. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, psychology of it.
I went in there thinking like,
I'm going to knock
I want to win, so I'm going to do what it takes. But then you're always going to come up against someone who you won't have an answer for, and then in everything you ever do in life, there's always going to be someone that could like outsmart you, outmatch you,
Do it better.
and you then that's another big part of becoming a man is learning. For me, when you've been beat and accepting it, and sometimes
Taking
that's
it.
you have to
It's
take
hard,
it on the
isn't it?
chin and move on. And if you like what I do with my parts, and I'm going to talk about it later, but every day is like a learning day.
Yeah.
And I'll learn something every day that makes the next day that bit easier. Or the next time I attempt it, it'll be bang, it's done.
Do you know what that's called? Wisdom.
Wisdom.
You
Wisdom.
can't buy it, can't you? You
Wow.
can't learn it.
Experience.
You've got to do it.
Well, I've
You've
got
got to do it.
young boys, you know, like fucking 19-year-olds and shit, and try and tell them something. They know more than you ever know, but they don't. But
Yeah, I would say.
Yeah, I would say.
Yeah, we all were.
But we're gonna learn, because you know what, we're gonna go through all these like times that will break some people, or it'll either break you, or it'll make you.
Well, these are the journeys, aren't they? And like you were saying, then getting into the boxing ring, it's that attitude you are. I think they call it magnanimous, and Lee Agnews will get me on this one.
Magnanimous.
But magnanimous in victory and humble in defeat.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You're not like, oh, fuck
Modesty.
you.
I know, I actually will tell you, I got bollocking. We went down to Oxford. This young lad, he looked like Tim Henman. It was
Contact front.
oh well, that's the estate.
Yeah.
Contact.
That day, can't you?
Well, at least none of us have got actual PTSD, as we'd all be laid on the floor now, crying and shit.
A bit edgy now.
But for those that have, we're thinking of you guys. That was.
Well,
Yeah.
the alarm didn't even go off.
Yeah, there'll be some
Where's the
stuff.
protection?
They'll be playing with their aerosol cans. Or a car just roll downhill and hit someone's house.
Professional thing.
Yeah, but going
All
back
right, yeah.
about that humbling defeat, I beat this kid within 2 rounds at Oxford, and I was going, stay down, you know, because I'd done him, and I wanted that victory. I didn't want him to get back up and finish the fight, because I wanted to have stopped him. And so Willie bollocked me for that. He pulled me aside and said, don't ever act like that again.
Right.
You humiliated him enough. Don't, you know. So again,
So
like,
Daddy's
smack that
slapping.
cup round the ear is a lesson, and if you either take it on board or you don't, and if you do, it make you a better man. If you don't, well, guess what, you're going to make it again.
You don't argue with Willie.
Nah, he'll bang you right out. And you know, I see him all the time in town, Willie, because he lives round here, and we always have a bit, you know, bit of hello and that.
Good guy.
Yeah.
Healthy, good.
Yeah, he's good. He works and does what he does. And
Mad as an actor, innit?
yeah, mad as an absolute boxer. For the best story, I know we're not talking about Willie today, but I want to tell you a quick story. So we've gone down to...
Does it involve you?
No, I have not to do it, but it's just so
I was
funny.
going to say, but so it could be here, sir.
No, so we was in Tidworth, Catterick the first time, and he'd gone down to wherever it was to fill up his Land Rover, and some young kid, no, he was stood there, and some geezer, he was filling his Land Rover up, some young kid pulls up his Land Rover and goes, here mate, fill it up. So Willie, give it. Willie's got his diesel, so he give
Like
it in through window, and
like
he
a valet.
put diesel in, got his thing, and off he went.
What else do yours with you? Like a Blackpool policeman's that one. On Stinner.
What's that? He went on to, I don't
To
know.
get charged, and he marched in with plastic helmet on.
If you were there, comments underneath this video, yeah. Get it in
Ask
there.
him next time you see him.
I will.
Police are.
Loads of stories about
But
him.
yeah, fucking anyway, where were we? We keep going off
Boxing.
east.
We do, yeah, boxing.
Oh, we've done that now, haven't we, for a
Yeah.
bit? You know, don't paint me as some like legendary boxer. I had about
Oh,
5
no,
or 6
memory,
fights, you know.
because it's a memory.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it, we're good, and then it ended because I got too old. But yeah.
Well, that's it, yeah. It's whatever sport, it's a short.
Yeah.
Enjoy it, innit? It's a short, narrow window.
Yeah.
You go.
Yeah.
House for pussies.
Yeah. Where did it start?
Bloody hell.
Where
When
is
it
it through
started,
the family?
it
or?
started with, I could say that. I had a cousin, he's gone now, John, rest his soul, but when I was like a little kid, the only person I knew that had a bike, and he used to come round with my other cousin Wendy, and they'd spend a lot of time with us. They lived over in Basildon, which is probably, I don't know, 20 miles away from where I lived, and I just saw this machine. It was like fire-breathing dragon, you know what I mean? I could look at it, but I couldn't touch it and all that.
Mystical creature.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
give you the.
Oh, it was it. That was it. And I idolised John, like, and fast forward to when I was like 16. I'd always liked bikes, but then I was coming to that age where I could get like my first pedal or whatever.
Yeah.
And my mum, I love her to bits, but she's always protecting me a little bit too much. You know, which probably made me the
as
way
they
I am
do,
now.
yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, this isn't a hobby, it's a problem, you know what I mean? Like, that's my last Lindsay.
Yeah.
She'll tell you all I talk about is either this or what goes in there. I am and obsessive compulsive about these. Anyway, so I got my first one at 16, and we rid them and fucking, I went everywhere on it, you know, and I loved it.
What was it, sorry?
My first one, I got a Honda Melody. It was canary yellow. It was absolutely, and I didn't even never ride that on the road. Because what happened was, my mate, a lad called Moose from Nelson, he's another one, rest in peace, he took his own life years ago. Great guy. I bought his, what was it now? It was an MT5 Honda, red and white, and I bought that off him. Did a few little bits to it now because it was like leave it was snap. Now what I can do now.
Yeah.
And that I had that was mine, and it got nicked eventually.
Oh.
And I learnt my first lesson there. Once something's been soiled like that, it's no good no more. So it got nicked, and I actually went and found it at this. They were proper bikers at this shop, but they were arseholes because they were obviously taking nicked bikes. But they had shit like this. I'm like, fucking hell.
So again, something's happened.
Yeah.
This is we keep saying like Bez's story, knock on ripple moments.
It's the path, man. The path is everything, and I tell you now, like people, and my favourite saying to like ram down everyone's throat when they're like moaning is, obstacles don't block the path, they are the path. And it's the truest thing, but it is, isn't it? Because like, no matter what, if I go in there and I'm having like a day doing shit, and I'm like pulling my fucking hair out because it's all going wrong, because it does, you know. But then I have to just have a word, so like, calm down, dickhead. This is the path. You know, if the path was so clear that you'd be shit.
Yeah.
You know, how are you ever going to
not been tested.
Yeah.
Do you know what? See, it's funny you should say that. We was on about this on the way up, weren't we? About how do you know when you're good at something? Because you've had an assessment of some kind.
Yeah.
It's not all sit down, take a test.
Yeah.
Well, I've got a theory on that funny old thing.
Go on.
Obviously, there's a lot. You go to university, you get these bits of paper, and you've also got that practical part that you've got to learn to be able to pass them assessments. Well, like living proof is that you can like go from having zero knowledge about something, and then turning out things like this. It's like it's a marvel, you know. Some engineers would be like, yeah, I can make that up, you know. But for me, you've never done out like that. My journey that I'm on, my path is like growing every day.
It's a creative one, isn't
and
it?
I don't need no bits of paper. I mean, I want to shout out my mate now, my bestest friend in Wide Road, a guy called Darren Swinburne, 50-odd-year-old guy, been riding bikes forever, and when I first met him, I could change spark plugs, bits and bobs, couldn't.
Yeah.
But this is a guy that's built fuck off from like he built bikes from nothing, and he's like there's people that ring me to ask questions now, which I find I'm quite flattered by that.
Yeah.
But then he's the guy that I ring. You know,
Yeah.
I can pull this thing to pieces, nut and bolts, spread it out all over the floor, and put it back together, no problems.
He's your Jedi master. You're his
This-
Padawan.
Yeah, and yeah. Well, I say I was a Jedi master, and he's like Darth Vader. But yeah, he's that good, and but I want to talk about Daz because he's been there for me every step of the way through, like any time, like from leaving or before leaving the army to where I'm now. He's been there as a right good mate, and he's a mate that you'll meet once in a lifetime. We've had our ups and downs, you know, we've had fallouts and fucking this and that, but he's a good guy. And it's friends like that we all need, you know.
Oh yeah. It's a circle, isn't it?
Yeah, and he'll cry his little eyes
Choosy
out now
comes into
when he
it.
sees this.
Yeah,
About me loving him, but I do. He's a brother, and like that word brother, it's like, oh, right, bro. It needs to have some substance to it,
Yeah.
you know.
Same as love.
Yeah.
It's banged around a lot,
Values,
isn't it?
doesn't it?
You don't just get that brotherhood. People
No,
try and
no.
fake it, and oh, bro, but brother, it's like when like there was a time, and I can't really go into what happened, but there was a time where he was like, let's say we was in a bit of an organisation, and he was the boss, and I pissed right up his back once, you know, to the point where what I should have done was a massive good hiding, but in being the man he is, and a people person, so what we're going through, and took that in front of other, within his peer group, he took that on the chin, and sort of, and still, as much as he probably wanted to kill me, still had me back, and that's something like we were talking about, like what people are going through in life, and that if you've got that, you're fucking laughing.
There's always
Yeah.
someone.
But you
Well, this is why I would say keep talking to each other. Somebody will pick
Yeah.
up or would have been through something similar, maybe in a different way,
yeah.
but they've seen that problem.
Even just like an outlook.
You can be that guy for someone though as well. I don't know. Let's
And not even know it.
pick a random name from battalion, or make a name up. Johnny Briggs. like he could
Toenails.
Be, yeah, toenails. Toenails
McGutfuck.
He could be
He
going
was a
through
person.
the very worst time ever, and you were never that close. But obviously, if he's fucking struggling with that, why not step into them shoes and be that guy? As a person I talk to, I've never met him, but he's like going through the worst, and his shit is fucking unfolded all the time. But like, I'm there because why not? If no one else is going to do it,
Yeah.
someone's fucking.
But going back to like you said, brotherhood, wherever you found it, whether you're a surfer, a kite flyer, whatever, you've been in the army, in football, sport, you're doing something for that person with no gain to yourself.
Yeah.
Not really.
If you're gaining, you're shit companies.
Yeah.
Empathy and altruism, I'd say as well.
You can't. I mean, if you shouldn't gain off nobody really, unless you want to give it. You know, so I can ring my mate up and like, I need this, and he's got it. It's coming to me, and it ain't costing me a penny.
Yeah.
Because that's how it works, you know.
Further down the line, you might make him a brew or have something else that he needs.
I'll just give him like a fucking decent welding kit, you know.
Yeah.
Back scratching.
Because he don't fucking. Oh, I smashed a bike at once doing 60 mile an hour on the A1, a chopper that I built, and I smashed it up bad, and I should have fucking really hurt myself. I broke my finger. Very lucky, but all the parts that come to refit that bike, most of them come from him, and it didn't cost me a penny. That's a price. That's true brotherhood, you know.
That's what we're going on to brotherhood. I've never been on the bike, so you've been on. No.
I've been on a scooter.
Yeah.
I'm in Cyprus.
Been on pedal bike.
I want them white little yammer hands.
Well, do you find in a way it's got that community spirit?
Well, it's a funny old thing because it's biking has been like this, especially this sort of old school shit has become quite popular recently. But you can't walk into something and be that life because you haven't experienced that life, if you know what I mean. Now I'm lucky to have A, had a good taste of it, but B, been surrounded by people that was in it for a very long time. So that ethos and that way of living gets passed on to you without you even being. They don't sit down and give you a lesson and like.
No. It's passed on.
No, yeah. So it's like what was our old regimental motto?
Loyally
No, the other one back.
No,
let's go back further. Red asses. By our deeds we are known. I think that was in the queue of our time. I'm sure it was.
Really?
Put me right if I'm wrong, but I know we had a motto at some point. I think it's when the new cap badge. We had a big cap badge, didn't we? And we went the little cap badge with the foam cheese slice. Let's call it that.
Primrose Diamond, for the lovers.
Yeah, for the lovers. Calm down. Don't have triggered you. But yeah, that thing is by our deeds we are known, and that is, you know, you can like dress like this, cut around town like it, ride a bike like this. I could go and buy like a knuckle for 40 grand, you know. But what's in here, you can't buy that.
Yeah.
So yeah. So what was the question?
I've got a good one for you.
Go on. Everyone's going to think,
casting your mind back when you were, because you were regimental copper, weren't you, in battalion? The regimental police.
Oh yeah. Police.
Po 5.
I know bits and bobs. One of the questions I wanted to ask was,
Luna. Oh, come on, I'll start again. Get in, go on. She's breaking me already. Luna, in.
We'll let it
On Luna's bed. Goodbye.
On the police.
Oh yeah, the 5-0.
who was the best person you had in Nick? But by best, I mean, like, who you wanted the most or who you enjoyed the most?
I think H, the PTI.
Yeah, he said that.
I said that on the way up.
Yeah, it was because we had loads of them. You know, some of them were little scrot bags, some of them were good lads that just fucked up, and he were one of them. You know, he did what some of us did and got caught doing it. You know, that was
But
he was he's a good lad. I liked him anyway. He's a nice guy and all that. But he was.
How good looking is he?
Oh,
Still
lad. I'm like,
still good
he's
lad.
like a supermodel, isn't he?
But you know one thing I said on the way up, Steve? There were two faces to that life, that regimental provo life. There was and I've spoke about it, the deterrent that it was supposed to be.
Yeah.
And then when you were inside with us, and this is why I think H. Harrison was my favourite as well, he'd sit down and he'd go, we're going to go through hell out there in front of everybody, and then we come back in, we play the game.
Yeah.
Everything's sweet, everything tidy, get your head down, relax, go for it.
Yes, I wasn't very much like that. I was like a cunt, like 24/7, unfortunately. But
I don't think you were.
But I saw it as an act. I got given an act by CEO. put this out on and be fucking
It's a job,
twat.
innit?
Yeah.
I mean, I weren't, you know, there was some people I was really bad on. You know, I tried never to make it personal, but for me, if you
don't like
it weren't a crime I was bothered about me, we're getting caught. If you got caught, then you get punished. That's how it goes, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, H was like, he took it. You know, I remember when we nearly half killed someone on the beach. It was when that fucking Piers Morgan. No, it weren't.
Yeah,
It was,
yeah.
That wanker.
Yeah,
Mr.
yeah,
Mooser.
The mirror.
Mr. Mooser. Anyway, about that time, we had someone like half carked it on the beach because we used to beat them that hard. Do you remember medicine ball chess?
Yeah.
My invention, that. So I'll talk you
Yeah.
through it. So we had
Well,
like.
these were, before we carry on, risk assessed lessons.
Well, it wasn't. Tell the truth. So we
I am telling the
It were
truth.
made out of squares. We had like square paving slabs, and I come up
Yeah.
with this game where he would start there, and they had to bounce a medicine ball off the floor, hit itself in the chest, not like, you know, bounce it, and then move a square, do it again, blah blah, and they'd like caterpillar around till they got to each other, elbow each other out of the way. Whoever got to end won.
Yeah.
And that was like the game, but. No, it was never a personal thing. I just found it quite easy to be a dick. I'd like to apologise for anyone that I ever upset or made feel shit.
well, we had a fur volume as well that left our nick and went on to NCO carders.
Yeah,
And smashed it. Because
Like-
we were given, what people don't know, was they're going to come in for 21 days and they have to do BPFA, CFT, all this, apart from weapon
I
handling
don't
test.
remember
Oh, your maths.
Yeah.
See if they could be sick on way to go back from Scotland.
Sadist. But they're trying to put a positive fucking spin on it. Well, there was two sides to it. But
Yeah.
H. Harrison, he took it.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
you
publicly.
couldn't break that
That
man.
massive tyre.
Yeah, that
People
was
pay
his, I
money to
respected
do
that he could do what he did and still smile. And then when it was all over, because he was a good bloke, you could go and sit in a mess when he got promoted and have a beer, and he'd be none of this like.
No.
I suppose people loved us for what they did. Some people hated us, didn't they?
Yeah.
You know, but
I've had hate mail, don't worry.
you got to do it. You know, if you get given a job, you do it well. You know,
Yeah.
if you're section commander, you ain't going to get into battle and go, I'm
Yeah.
scared.
Well,
Can't do
we
it."
both did that job and then went back to rifle companies.
Yeah, yeah.
And I had guys, or you must have, I had guys that I put inside. Do you know what I mean? In my section.
Yeah. I mean, there's a fine line between being really hard with someone and being a bully.
Yeah.
You know, and I was like, funny old thing when he was on the coppers, no matter when he was on the coppers, the coppers before was always better. There's always more movement. You know what I mean? I wouldn't want to be on when such a body was on.
Well, we
But-
followed some legends.
Yeah,
so.
we did. Joking aside, I'm a cunt. I
You
can't
are,
help it.
guys, are,
I
you
can't
cunt.
help it. It's in there and it's got to come out. No, but yeah, that fine line, you know, I met a lad that I'd become good friends with, I can't remember his name. Fucking hell, what's his name? I remember I was in this lad anyway, he'll remind me, and he's a biker as well, he's got bikes, and he's going to hate me for not remembering his name. But he was quite a new lad, and I was in me fucking prime of being an absolute cunt.
Is this QLR or like?
Yeah. Oh, God.
Do
Do you know what year?
It was Cyprus, mate.
2004. then.
Quite
yeah,
a young,
4, 5.
youngish, newish lad, and I will remember his name in a minute.
Yeah.
But anyway, I was out with my mum and dad in Cyprus, and he was sat at the bar. He went, I fucking don't like you. It's Buxy, I'm like a fucking lunch jack and that, but I take that out of it because it don't matter what I was at the bar.
Yeah.
And he was a fucking like, you cunt. And I'm like, probably right. You know, we said probably the best time, got my mum and dad, you know, but that's the perception of a person that hadn't fucked up. And, you know, at the end of the day, if you fuck up, you go and pay. If you get, it's not the crime, it's getting caught. I've always said that, you know. If you like, did we not have an RP that got caught? Oh, even Chris Dicko got caught, didn't he? The Landshack, and the CEO poked him physically in the eyeball. It was after that Pirates of the Caribbean mess thing, wasn't it?
And so
the CEO went, I am
Pirate
so disappointed. Finger in the eye.
Pirate night. That was my night.
He got busted. The funny old thing, I'll tell you a quick one. I went out of bounds that night, and I'd crossed.
Did you?
Yeah. No, I didn't generally go out of bounds.
Yeah.
I got levered when I was on patrol at RMP, but that's another story.
That was a question.
I remember when I threw up. I was that pissed I threw up and I wanted to stay in Rosegarden. But anyway.
We're in there full regalia.
Oh, yeah, but that night I happened to, fuck it, I've had a few beers, I'm going out of bounds. So I went out of bounds.
Yeah.
But like panic set in. Like, oh my God, you've like been a ruthless shit with like 30 people. I think we had 35 people that come through us. And I'm like, and I had to get out there, which was like, I suppose that's the sensible side of me kicked in.
It is.
Might have been fun to see your law. You've
taking
gone
money
and
out.
actually picked people out of mine up and put them in jail for 20 odd days and then getting caught by yourself. I'd have been like the ultimate
Hypocrites,
hypocrite.
Hypocrisy.
But yeah, there we go.
Special oranges. I remember I haven't got a
Special oranges, yeah.
Coming in.
Oh, yeah, no, I know where this is
Coming
going.
to Pilke.
Mr. Pilkey.
Wombats. Special oranges and wombats.
Well, I'll tell you what, I'll let Del tell that story because he was actually there.
So there was once upon a time.
What's my time?
Been on the big one.
Our mission was go and find them ruffian young boys that are partying with them young girls in a part we call the outer bounds of Ayia Napa, Cyprus.
Yeah.
So they thought it was a fabulous idea, as integral as we were. Let's send these guys out in full uniform, caps on, pay sticks, whatever, and go and gather them.
Yeah.
Right, gather them up and stick them in jail. You got 21 days if you got caught. But I've admitted before, I'd like to party.
Well, you're a young lad, aren't you?
I like to party.
Early 20s.
So never ever ever did anything get said or anything like that. But when we go into certain venues, they might say we've got 3, whatever, and in an exchange they'd say, would you like a special orange? So what's special about it? It's not just orange.
Makes you wobbly.
Yeah. All right then.
Vodka.
Could have been. Or just terps. Terps most of the time.
Vodka, I'd sort it out.
So the point I'm getting to, we used to go on a regular look for these guys, but catch it with whoever, but get rewarded for it by local bar and restaurant owners. This is when I found out real Ste, not a big fan of the establishment.
The man.
The man. Yeah. So we'd had a few. I think, were you sick out and about or in the police
No,
car?
I think we was walking along and I goes, Del, I'm gonna puke. So I legged it up some back alley. There was like a biffa bin, a biffa bin, something like that.
Got it in there. So we'd had our night anyway. We got back to camp and people will know your guard rooms is like all your honours and doing whatever, or what they perceive to be valuable.
Regimental regalia.
Yeah, and all that lot. Steve just sees the man.
Yeah, the oppression.
Yeah, the oppressive
No white
state,
privilege
the
in there,
man,
yeah.
no, nothing there. So he sets on it, boxing it, kickboxing it, doing whatever, all this stuff. So who comes out, who catches us? So like big John Pilkington.
Oh.
We actually woke him up, didn't we? There was a wombat shell. I think Duckers was on gate, on desk maybe, I might have it wrong. But in my head, Duckers was on gate, Pilkey was in his bed. Oh, it might, I don't know whether we were two. I say what, but anyway, I'd seen the wombat shell and we had the big regimental gong. It was like from the QLR days. It had all the dates, Germany, fucking
I think it was from like
fucking big old wombat shell. He must weigh, I don't know, 30 kilo. I just went charging like a bull.
that guy on Billy's episode.
Yeah,
From Jumanji.
At the fucking gong. Boom! And it went dong! Woke everyone up like, and to this day there's a big dent in the middle. So I remember it. There's the middle bit's got this like it's like machined finish.
It's like the top of your bum.
Yeah, it's like little lines and there's a big dent in it. So if you're in the Duke of Lancaster's regiment, go and check that out because I did that. He went mental pills, didn't he?
He weren't happy.
Oh, QLR then, was it not?
No,
Cyprus.
Cyprus.
QLR, yeah.
Was it? Yeah, it was still QLR.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Sorry, was I just disagreeing with myself then?
yeah.
You're allowed.
So that was special oranges. And then we were,
it's fun,
yeah,
man.
good times that. But yeah, that pirate night, that's the night I got finished. That was my
Yeah.
career ender.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of careers got ended that night.
What would you expect, you know? When we got police escort out of Middlesbrough, it
Yeah.
was a mess.
Yeah.
Don't ever come back.
RSM
RSM got peppered with St. Louis,
Right.
got fucking and Bully.
Bully
Yeah.
fucking got him in early.
And he got CS gassed or something.
Yeah.
The RSM.
And we're all
Yeah,
good
they went-
pups.
I was having a quiet one that night.
He got up on stage, didn't
I just remember it was like, right, we're going.
he? He had to write a letter of apology to all Pad's wives. Loads of them, handwritten.
Jeans and beer. So I'll say.
Like, he went up after that, didn't he?
Did he?
I'm not surprised.
Bless him.
Wow. So yeah, alcohol and party islands don't really mix for careers.
No.
They're not very good.
Squaddies.
Was it
Yeah.
alcohol?
It was you that we did the swim?
This is a banger. Oh, yes, whatever. Yeah. Do you want me to tell it?
I'm going to tell this one. So we'd managed to blag our way out on the QM's day out on a sort of party boat, and we'd fucking off we went. We was out, I don't know, about a mile and a half from shore on this boat floating about. A couple of faces up there. Nigel Adams, Addo, he was there.
yeah.
And all QMs, and how we managed to get on it, we don't know. But anyway, it was on this boat, me and him were bored, like, it was shy. Well, we thought it was shy, we wanted to go and have a laugh. So we decided to, we went on the boat finding bin bags, put all our gear in, like we had day sacks, put all our gear in bin bags, jumped overboard, and swam a mile and a half to the fucking coast.
To Larnaca, do you know the Larnaca strip?
Yeah.
Was that doing party around there? Music party, disco time?
Yeah.
Yeah, we shot to McDonald's, didn't we?
Just looked at everybody's way, hey, listen, this is... Are we
They
off?
say like, where you going?
Oh, where you going? We're like, we're off. We're like, where you going? As we're like one leg on the side of the boat, other leg hanging over it. There were no talking about it. We were on our way.
We're gone. Swim to shore.
We're at Captain's there
Larnaca.
and
Disco,
all that.
disco.
Where you were chin by the time you got
Oh,
there?
we were knackering like.
Yeah.
We had our bags wrapped in bin bags. And, you know, I learned that in Belize, you know, flotation.
Yeah.
When I was nearly drowned in Belize.
Crossover skills, you
Oh
see.
yeah.
You've told me that story.
That picture, weren't
And
it?
you told me you panicked halfway because you didn't realise how far it was.
Oh, yeah. Well, it wasn't like you said, an educated build-up. It was, they look like they're having a party on that beach. And it looks better than this party.
Yeah.
Them
Let's
dots.
You can hear it, can't you?
Yeah. Doggy paddling. Oh, coffee. Doggy
Oh,
paddling
did it?
halfway. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe that was a sign.
Passed your military swim test then.
And it matter, like, all
On the
studies,
piss.
like, everyone, like, the perception of the British Army is like, you know, these boys and that, but every single one of them's a scraw, isn't they? And we're just
Well,
and we're having
in an
nothing but
infantry
fun.
regiment from
Yeah.
Lancashire,
Fun, isn't it?
it's just
Yeah.
counsellors.
You
to
can't,
kids.
you'll find the most boringest thing in the world, but you will find a way of having loads of fun.
Yeah.
Some will get done and charged, and some will
Yeah.
get black eye and a bleeding face, but we have
Stories
fun.
on, you won't be able to share them like that.
Yeah, yeah.
If you just sat there being a good boy all the time in your room, ironing your kit.
We said this, that each and every one as well are there for their own given reasons, but we're meant for the patriotic duty to the manifesto of that government,
Yeah.
which,
We'll
hey,
get started. Do
why
not.
Well, that's what I'm on about when we're having a chat outside Sergeant's Mess in Son Barracks, and it was just, well, I've always been interested in your outlook and your view on things.
Yeah.
And you were saying, berating me about something like, Danny, no, you need to do this, you need to do this. I can't remember what it were. And then you were saying about the man, the machine, and politics, and your views and all that, and I was like, wow, you.
learning, yeah.
I'd never even think of it, looking at it like that. I was just
Yeah.
quite blown away by it.
I've always struggled with society, like all the way up from being 14, 15, you know, when you start becoming aware of the way the world works.
Yeah.
I'll ask you one question. In society, what actually benefits you as a person? Other than what you do for your own self.
What benefits
You know,
you?
nothing benefits us, does it?
Unless you know people that.
Yeah,
can
we
rely
have
on you,
our,
but-
yeah, that, outside of your
circle.
circle and that. Like nothing that anyone within the government does benefits you. You know,
No.
you got two sorts of people. You got them that want to go and work, and then they ain't going to work. We
Yeah.
all have the same, pretty much standard of living.
Yeah.
So where's the and there's a lot more to it, and we could talk about this for hours. But the bottom line is like what's going on in to benefit us. The way I see it, we are cows being farmed for our taxes, and people will be like, "Oh God,
Yeah, that's
there's
been
a
the
conspiracy here."
It's true.
Yeah.
Well, what, you know, you can go and commit a load of offences and get like let off lightly, get banged on a tag and that. Try not paying your taxes. See what happens to
TV
you then.
license.
Yeah.
I get hammered these
Yeah.
letters all the time because I don't watch it, so I won't pay for it.
Yeah, yeah.
Plus, I don't like where the money goes and what it's used for.
There's all this trouble in the world now. What's going on? Like things have happened, and I'm not going to go into it, but things have happened in other countries, and it's come home to us. But it's not because of what happened. It's because of the media-driven, like the way how tenacious they are in just pushing it.
Criminal.
And the sheeple, as I like to call them, are like, wow, yeah.
I watch BBC
Fuck
News
off.
and
Chill
I
out.
believe it.
Let us just live.
But
You
yeah,
know.
there's, a lot of people want to be told though, don't they? And again, it's what do you have in common with? It's going back to that brotherhood. what do you have in common with somebody? Well, I'll tell you what, I can go on social media and be negative and put all this stuff on, and someone will like it, and do you know what? He's my friend.
Yeah.
And I'm involved. And we were speaking about something else where people will lie and pretend and do whatever to get attention in a negative light.
Yeah, and how negative has social media become? You know, I mean, Facebook, Instagram's owned by Facebook, but it's different. I say it's different.
But how easy is it to give someone a negative something and try and be funny and mock it and do whatever?
Yeah.
And it's bravery's on the other side where you say, well done, you.
Yeah.
Do you know what? You're fucking smashing it, and I'm happy that you're smashing it.
Yeah.
I buzz off you. Yeah.
It's like the media is just poison at the minute. It's poison. It's untrue. It's like somebody somewhere wants the world to go the way the world's going.
Well, where you control is
who
That's
could,
what it is.
and that's it. Who could benefit from that? It's not us. It's
Right,
like
army.
it's you know. I mean, I've got my theories on it, and we'll talk about it outside of this.
Well, anyone with any intelligence who can research and do the fact checking will be able to trace the truth.
Yeah.
If you want it, it's there for you to find out, isn't it?
It's like, you know, I'll give you an example. The Arab Spring, when that kicked off, I think it was Egypt where it booted off first, or wherever it was. I can't remember. But I was at the time I was doing the intelligence thing, and I was really into it. And what was it? It was a proven fact that they, i.e., whether it be the US government, us, or whoever, had actually planted snipers in. So it kicked off as it was, and there was a lot of civil unrest, but they'd actually put some snipers in now to inflame the situation by shooting people.
We're talking agent provocateurs.
Yeah, in a way.
That
I hate
style,
that word, but yeah. They're doing.
You're to stir shit up.
Yeah,
You're the dickhead.
yeah.
You're in the when people are watching football and they're happy with the kids. You're that dickhead that's been planted with the brick and throwing it.
No, it's like this what's
We're
going on
ruining
now
it for
with the Black Lives Matter thing. How did a man who, regardless of what he'd done right and wrong, and them cops bang out of order did wrong, they shouldn't have done that, they abused their position, they fucked
Anyone,
up.
you can't dispute that.
But I believe they'd done that out of fear, not out of any malice, they did it out of fear, because they didn't want him to get up, because he's a big man and they would have given him a
He
fucking
knew him,
slap.
didn't he?
I just get this last point.
Oh, yeah, sorry, yeah.
That do nothing. That's where it is. I'm telling you, like, from my perspective, if I could give a message on this one interview, that's my message. Do nothing. Stay out of it.
Yeah.
Don't be dragged in, because you are going to gain nothing. Our society is going to gain nothing, and all it's going to cause is like mental anguish and heartache.
There's a lot of confusion with social media. It's not actually a media or a news outlet. It's a notice board of opinion.
It's a vent
Yes,
as well,
it's
don't
a notice board of whatever you're getting up to, what you're doing, but it's just a notice board. That's it. It's not a news feed, but some people get drawn into it. Don't
But
they?
even social media's become biased now. Saying it's just, and Facebook's become very biased now.
A lot of
You
things
know, how
Could that not just be like from power above saying, here's a big stack of cash, this is good, that's bad? Because it's propaganda, isn't it?
Well,
Regardless if,
yeah. Years ago, someone said, whoever controls the media controls the people.
Oh, of course, yeah.
I don't know who it were, but it's so true as that.
Oh,
It's like an Orwellish.
the world is in a bad state, and it is because of the media is the whoever it is now. Whether you want to talk about like who really controls things and all that, like you know we're talking about the Illuminati, you know, and all that shit. I don't know what it is.
Rothschilds.
I'm not saying
Yes.
like I believe in the Illuminati and all that because I probably don't. But I think the point I'm making is someone somewhere is steering this ship, you know, and they're using the media
Of course they are.
as
It's
the rudder. You know,
Well,
and it ain't doing anyone any favours.
And never through the test of time has everyone been connected from one singular source. Do you know, it used to be, when did it start off really? The radio, and everyone would gather around the radio in the living room. But now, it's in your pocket.
But I remember back in Iraq when so what was it now? When we get to porta cabins and that. So it would have been the second Iraq we went.
11.
Yeah, and that's when Facebook it started to become a thing.
Yeah.
It was already a thing in Germany. You had like Facebook, and you had something else called
Bebo or something.
face pages or something like that. And all
Face
that.
party.
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah, and that died. It died of death because Facebook was well better. You know what I mean? But at that point in time, it was a really good tool because you could connect with your family, share photos and all that. But now it's become like this fucking beast that needs reining in. You know,
Trolling and
I mean, I use it. I mean, I'm on there. If I'm searching for Facebook's bad, everyone will be like, "Well, you're on it because you're on there all the time." For me, it's a platform to connect with people in America that that love this shit, you know.
Yeah.
It's your notice board.
Yeah, it's
Do you know what I
amazing
mean?
for that.
Used in the right way.
But I have to be very
powerful.
careful of what I look at because I'm susceptible to getting drawn in and start fucking hating on certain people and becoming. Well, actually, I know, like through experience, going back to that one, I know that it's actually not very good for me to get involved in that shit. So,
Yeah.
but I mean, the youth, they're tied up in it, you know,
Yeah.
and it ain't good for them. And what are they going to gain from smashing up, desecrating a war memorial?
They're not achieving anything.
No, they're not.
Are they?
And what they definitely, but whoever it is who's running this shit show is achieving what they want, like you said before, dividing.
Yeah.
So yeah, my message is sit on the fence, don't get involved, look after your little bubble and everyone else. Sorry, but there's 8 odd billion of us nearly. Sorry, but fuck you. 'Cause we don't, you know.
Yeah, it's good sound advice, I'd say that.
Yeah, but learn how to communicate as well.
Yeah, I mean that means swearing every other word.
Well, no, that's talking, isn't it? It's communicate, it's saying why you upset, what's going on.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We're losing that element slightly where you can, and it's even how people interact with each other. You can bang on that microphone on a game and give it somebody. But if you met them in the street, you wouldn't.
Yeah,
exactly.
you were talking
And
keyboard warrior,
Yeah, you get
sort of. Yeah.
yeah. Shots, wouldn't you?
Well, yeah, that's part and parcel of it, and it's
Hiding.
bravery from the screen room. But yeah, I think like there's a lot more to life than what's going on, and actually you can gain so much more from giving. You know what I mean? Giving stuff away rather than, you know, everyone's all money. You got kids going killing each other for a pair of trainers, or kids killing each other because they live at a different postcode. Like, when did that become cool?
You can't go on that side of the road.
Yeah. Why not? You know.
Massive.
Yeah. And
Like
I don't
your
get
own
it. You
country.
know. That young lad up there, they get it. You know, so they're growing up in a very different world.
Yeah,
you know.
I'm not.
It's a shame you can't
optimistic,
impart
mate.
that knowledge on them and that
Yeah.
like experience, and have them actually listen to you because they do a lot. They have a better, you know. But they'll find out.
It's that wisdom again, isn't it?
When you go back to
as a parent,
like the 60s and 70s, and the people around in Choppers then, they were doing exactly what these young ones are doing now. You know, they're rebelling but in a different way. They've got the grime music and the fucking little silver cans of fucking whatever the fuck that is.
yeah,
and
laughing
sniffing.
gas.
Yeah.
Is that what it is? What,
Yeah.
the balloons?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
nitrous oxide, isn't it? I've never had it, and
I only know that from
that's
Fast and
like
Furious.
rare for me, so you've not
It
tried
lasts
something.
seconds. I don't
Right.
understand
But
it.
yeah,
One day, comments in the
Yeah.
description, please.
Euphoria. That's what it's
Oh,
about.
another thing I want.
Oh, go on.
That, there's a guy, I follow him on Facebook,
Yeah.
where he's a positive guy, and he's a veteran as well, called Keith. Corned beef Keith.
I've not come across corned beef, Keith. Is he better than Keith Lemon?
No, it's not funny. He's like he does.
Oh, he's got a
He's
message.
a very intelligent guy, and he's been looking into research about medication, like natural medications for stuff. Because I'm a big believer in. I think the Amazon has a lot of cures for stuff, and
Yeah.
pharmaceuticals
It's
is
story there.
big business, isn't it?
Yeah.
And this guy, Keith, I tagged you in it, didn't I?
Yeah.
They're doing it, they're trialling and doing research on veterans with PTSD using, it's basically LSD, isn't it?
Magic, yeah, psilocybin. I've
DST
actually-
is
yeah,
it?
no, it's, well, I think DST is one of them, but I think it was actually, I've read about this, I've read a lot into this actually, because it's one of my favourite sort of recreational
It's got really
fucking
high
usages.
Success.
Yeah, so
hasn't it?
it's a psilocybin in magic mushrooms. If what it does, it's something to do with the way it works with your subconscious, that if you was to take it in the presence of a professional person, they can help you unravel all that shit that's
Yeah, you're
going
not
on, and
getting
it sort of
twisted about-
resets
yeah.
you.
Right.
Yeah, but
So it's
you
really-
can't just go and take a load of mushrooms.
No,
No, it's-
in a controlled
Yeah.
way.
It's got to be done with someone who knows what they're doing, and
Correct, yeah.
they can really like help you reach, because apparently it does reset your head.
But it's
Yeah.
a natural thing.
Comes
It's
from
not.
the earth.
Comes
Yeah.
from the
not-
earth. Yeah. It's not a
you know,
chemical imbalance.
Made in, say, Colombia, on all these additives and chemicals are put to it. It's natural. Natural remedies, alternatives to pharmacy medication stuff, because it's
right,
big
yeah.
business, isn't it? And because with my colitis, I'm on tablets for the rest of my life because there's an imbalance in my stomach, sort of bacteria and all that. So I'm tied to them for life. So I'm quite interested in natural cures for stuff, and I believe that in the Amazon there's a lot of natural remedies and cures for stuff
Yeah.
instead of pharmaceuticals, because tablets and medication have side effects, don't they? All varying different ones, and I don't believe that natural ones do. So I wanted to, what I'm gearing up towards is when you did a video, didn't you, recently?
Yeah, about coming off of my medication.
Yeah.
That was all.
And so what did you get prescribed?
So I was on sertraline,
Right.
which is a SSRI. It changes the chemistry of your brain. It basically allows you to have more serotonin, which is like a feel-good drug,
Yeah.
as it were, or a feel-good chemical in your brain.
So these are what they call label uppers.
It's not so much as an upper, but it will lift your mood.
It's like eating in it and sexy time. They release chemical, feel-good chemicals.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, like people
Yeah.
say they get from running and jogging, doing physically active
it's the
stuff.
same, it's the
Right,
same, yeah.
okay,
Yeah,
yeah.
like serotonin is like a naturally occurring chemical in your brain, which your brain uses to send messages from synapse to synapse. Or I mean, I'm no chemist, or
Synapse.
yeah, well, I think it's synapse.
Synapse.
That's how it reads to me.
Yeah.
But anyway, so yeah, and so I went through a bit of a bad time. I was using a lot of fucking class A drugs and that, and that had a knock-on effect on my life in that, like, my marriage broke down and my wife left me and she moved on and I was left in an army quarter on my own, and I just hit rock bottom. It was like horrendous. Something I never thought would ever happen to me, you know, like feeling suicidal and, you know, actually planning what you're going to do, when you're going to do it, why you're going to do it, and what it's going to make them people feel like.
Yeah.
You know? And like for me, I'd got so low, I pretty much got dragged to the doctors by my daughter and my ex-wife, and I'd gone through a bit of psychotherapy and that.
Yeah.
And they sort of misdiagnosed me as having antisocial personality disorder, but that was due to the way I was acting.
Okay.
But I was only acting the way I was to see someone. It was R.A. Fleeman, and I'll be honest, when I got there initially, I was that scared of going in. I like broke down, fucking crying and all that stuff. And I went in, and we went, and my ex-wife Laura was there with me. She sort of come with me, sort of support, even though we was going through like a bit of a naughty breakup and that.
Yeah.
So we talked about a lot of stuff and started to bring what the problem was out, and it was 99% the breakdown of my marriage, which I had a big hand in. But right at the very end of like the conversation, I'd finished saying what I was going to say. I would cry my fucking eyes out and all that stuff. Then cry. That's important to get out.
Yeah.
Anyone who says they don't, a liar. Anyway, so we
Emotion.
got to that point, and then she went, and is that everything you want to bring out? And I went, yeah, that's it. And like Laura, my ex, she said one word which fucking ruined my life that day, and she said Rocco.
Yeah.
So obviously, them that don't know, Rocco was a Fijian lad. Not that it matters, but he was a Fijian lad, big lump of a lad, but a real fucking gentleman. And we served together on the RP staff.
Yeah.
And we'd gone to Iraq together, and we'd done other fucking bits and bobs together. When we was in Afghanistan, unfortunately, he and a few of us on that day, they was killed by the Taliban in action. And we was on ops, so you don't all get to go to a funeral, you know.
Yeah.
You can't process it.
A lot of the Fijian lads, they got took back to Bastion to take part in the service, you know. I was a little bit like upset as in why couldn't I go, you know. But it was what it was. So I got told
you needed to do the job that you were there to do.
yeah, we was there to do a job, and I wanted to go and say goodbye, but I couldn't. But anyway, I never realised the damage that actually did. I got told by a lad called Joe Folder, another legend in battalion.
Yeah.
A lad I wouldn't get in the boxing ring with.
It looks good in a dress though, doesn't it?
Well, he's handsome.
Yeah.
It's Cumbrian, isn't it?
Yeah.
But it was Joe that come over and told me, when I've got something to tell you, Rocco's been killed, and it fucking really hurt, you know. Like, it was like I got punched, my heart got stamped on. But due to the tempo and the operations we was in, you know, a very kinetic tour, we just cracked on with the job. But only when she said that it all just, everything just
Clicked.
And I think I spent about 25 minutes sobbing, you know, and what I'd not realised at the time, and even the time leading up to that one point in time, is what you said. I never got no closure. I never got to say goodbye. You know, you go to a funeral, you say your byes, you have a little sniffle and all that, and
Exactly.
we need that.
You need to grieve.
Yeah, and so that was a big part of what had happened. But so I'm going through a marriage breakdown and I'm using a lot of fucking drugs. I'm just about to leave the army, and I will say that I'm not proud of what I was doing at the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not like wearing it as a badge. I got away with it. I was very lucky.
But you have to be able to say it. It
Yeah,
has to
yeah,
be able to be able to
got-
vocalise.
anyway.
Yeah, yeah.
That was the path. You know, you don't necessarily pick it. Your choices you make can put you on that path, and the choices you continue to make will keep you on that path. You know.
Yeah.
But I think it sounds like part of the reason for your behaviour was not because you're not being allowed and given that time. You were trying to mask the problem, I think, by self-medicating and doing that because you'd not sat down and
Yeah, even subconsciously.
through it.
Yeah. How can I get rid of this? How
I
can I
need
make
to come
that
to
stop?
terms. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't have a bad childhood. I was like born into an average normal family, you know, so I didn't have a lot to deal with back then. But there were certain things that did happen in the time in the army. Do you remember when we was in Kuwait doing the beat-up training for the second Iraq, and some guy, unfortunately, he was a guy from Pakistan. They had like guys that used to look after the ranges at night.
Yeah.
And we was on this range, and about 10 o'clock at night, we got a phone call, and there's been an accident on the range. So we went screaming down there, and it turns out that two of these gentlemen they'd been like clearing the range, and there was some Czechoslovakian 66 rockets or something like that.
Wow.
They were blinds or whatever. They'd been left, and what they used to do was pick them up, i.e. the blank shells, and then they'd send them somewhere. They'd get them engraved, and they'd end up in a shop somewhere to be sold. And anyway, he'd pick this one up.
So it was like scavenging in a way.
Yeah. So he'd picked one up, but his mate, who was about a road's width away, so he picked it up, and he was instantly, it went off. So for want of a better term, he was red misted there and then.
Yeah.
You know, but his mate was all twisted up. His legs were twisted backwards. He really, you know, was in a bad way. He had like holes in his neck, holes in his ears, and, you know. And there was me and a lad called Leon Gates, who was on tour with Corona Company on the second tour of Afghan. But we dealt with it. He was the medic, and I'm there trying to help, you know, and do what we could do.
There's no book to it, is there?
It was one of the worst things I've ever seen in my life, to see a human being in that state. You know, forget about where this guy's from or what he was doing.
It's human fucking nature, isn't it?
The thing I'm going to tell you now is what twisted me, and it twisted me for a long time. So I was there trying to save his life, and he had like a Nokia 3310 in his pocket or whatever, and his phone was ringing, and the ringtone was "I love you." Every 10 seconds, I looked. It was his wife.
Yeah.
And like, and anyway, so the Black Hawk helicopter come, we put him on it, and off he went. And I jumped on the helicopter, which they tell you not to, don't they? Because as soon as that body's on that helicopter, it's gone. Anyway, so they booted me off the helicopter. I went, and bearing in mind it's pitch black, you've got that green light in you, and you've got the sand giving it that, and I went running back to where the other lads were. Unbeknownst to me, there's that pile of 66, and I run straight through it. And
Wow.
The sergeant major, I think he was a Scottish regiment when they have like a red and white check.
It's not the Black Watch.
John Bull he's called.
Black
Right,
Watch.
it might be. A guy called John Bull, quite well known within the army, he's a bit of a rough lad in that, but he gripped me. He grabbed hold of me and he went mad at me because I'd obviously put
Just
my
run
life
blind.
in danger, their lives in danger. But it weren't on purpose, it was just like, you know what, I'd just been and done and sin. And a bit later, it were like, right, yeah, come here, smash, like, give me a big cuddle. You done good there, you done good.
It's like an
Don't
initial
worry about
reaction.
what you did, because that was an accident, you know. But I mean, having seen that and then knowing what I'd sort of done and realising how close I'd just come to being that guy myself.
Yeah.
And when I got home, I think I had PTSD even then, you know. I don't claim I have PTSD at all.
But it's not like we keep saying, it's different imprints of actions that have happened on your life,
Yeah.
and it's how they get played back in your brain.
Oh yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
how you react to
Questions,
it.
isn't there, like?
Yeah.
It's that thought of what could have happened.
Yeah. What
But
if?
I mean, I laugh about this now, but at the time I was really angry about it. The CO1 RSM had come out like next couple of days and said, like, well done, Courtsmith, for what you've done. Unfortunately, he died.
Yeah.
If he'd have lived, we would have been writing you up. Because and I didn't like boot off because you don't, but I was like, what's that got to do with it?
Is it not the act? Was it not
Yeah,
the act?
I didn't want the recognition, but I was more like, I don't care about that. Like the guy, he died, you know. And yeah, that twisted me. And a couple of years later, I'd been posted to Lancaster as a recruiting sergeant, and like my head was a mess, and it was because of that. And then obviously you go fast forward back, we've got the Afghanistan thing, you know. I remember loads of people can testify to this. We got pinned down in the field one day. You know, the irrigation ditches, we used them a lot. One of the other coal sergeants had been in contact, and we'd gone in to give them a bit of support. And then we'd all sort of met up together, and we was all moving out in single file. We was snaking up this ditch, and the ditch then, it started to peter out. So we had like one call sign 150 metres away in another ditch, like sort of giving us cover. But as we cleared that ditch, we was in like 100 metres in front of us, it was just bare ass, and the world erupted from behind us. Like, we basically walked into an ambush, you know. And like, you know, like Saving Private Ryan moment, Private Ryan moment, when everything just fucking freezes, and we had like 762 fucking. And like private soldiers like one of them looks at me and went, "Smudge, what are we gonna do?" And I just fucking run, you know. And we got out of there, and no one took a bullet. It was like, you know. And another time we got pinned down in a ditch, Danny Hughes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Another goose.
A guy that couldn't pass an NCO's card, but yet stick him on the ground. He was the best Section 2 IC I have ever had. He's a real, you know, proper stand-up soldier. But anyway, we got pinned down by RPGs. I think, you know, when you're on that Icon radio that the baddies talk on, we just had a resupply of these RPGs, and there was airbursts, and we was in a ditch. I was facing rear with Jimpy, because you didn't always write as a commander if you had too many. And I remember turning to him saying, "We're going to die, Danny." And that was a corporal talking to a private. You know, we are going to die here. We never. Obviously won't be sat here now, but these are the things that, like,
these are moments that stick. These are key moments.
Add all that together, all that shit, and then all it takes is one thing to go wrong in your life, and it all comes tumbling down. And that's basically, I know we've gone a long way around it, but that's what happened. And so going back to what you're talking about, the medication. Yeah. I didn't want to go on it at first, but then I thought, you know what, I'm going to give it a bash, and I went on it. And for me, there's problems. And then there's where I want to be, and for me that drug was the vehicle to get me there.
Okay, right.
Yeah. So it will make you feel better artificially, while you can then talk to somebody. Going back to what you're talking, you know, talk. That gets you to where you need to be, and it did. So like, I'm an advocate of that sort of thing, but it's not forever, you know. Like I say, it has side effects.
It's addictive as well, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, I've tried to taper off it a few times. I'm 2 weeks today, and I went cold turkey. I've tried to taper off it, and I found that the side effects are the same as going cold turkey. So, I mean, I'm not saying go cold turkey, because every medical opinion will go against that. Yeah. But for me, that was the right thing to do, and you know, it has worked, and I'm in a good place now. I've got a good relationship. I've got my business, which I love, and I'm happy. Good. So if I'd have done that, if I'd have been in a bad place and tried that, that would have been counterproductive, because I'd have had to be struggling again, you know. Because so what I'm saying is, if you have to go on that, go on it, but don't come off it until you're in a place where you know that you're happy, because otherwise you're going to have that same strife.
In your pursuit of happiness, that is a thing, and you've used this vehicle. What's been your other key focuses? What have you used? So getting onto this now.
This
brass.
Yeah. This for you. My life.
Metal type, not female.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. drag it down. So talk us about this.
Well, this is my 1976 Harley Davidson FLH, which was a standard bike once upon a time. I bought it as a chopper. I mean, this is my obsession in life. I absolutely adore this. I've had somewhere in the region of 30 motorcycles over my time. This is the only one I would never ever sell. Right. Because I'll tell you a little secret that I've never told anyone before. It's a lumpy motor. You heard it running before. Bum, 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 bum. If you get this into third gear, when you know, if you're in your car and you go from second to third when you shouldn't, and it
It
does that.
slows down, yeah.
When you do that on this, it sounds exactly the same as a 50 cal.
Is it?
Wow, so that low bump, 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 bump.
So I'll be riding this, and when I do that, because now I've learned to do it on purpose, I have just one word that I will shout at the top of my voice. Have a guess what it is.
Contact!
Gunners!
Gunners!
Honestly, and this is it, you know. I love it.
So what is it you do when we start getting into it? What drew you into making bits? Was it this? You got this and it needed modifying?
Well, my other bikes I've always modified them, but I've never had the skill to do the things that I'm doing now. So what I do is what a lot of people do. You buy a bike and then you spend loads of money making it look different, but it ends up looking the same as everything else.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
So
69.
I just wanted to sort of be able to put my own stamp on it.
Yeah,
To do that,
it.
yeah, there's certain skills you need, and so obviously I've learnt them, and then that has become my other passion. So like machining, like I want to.
Yeah.
I mean, like I said before, I've got 0 qualifications at all in this, but I mean the things I'm doing now, the tolerances like within a couple of thousandths per millimetre, you know, it's
Professional engineering, isn't it?
yeah,
what you're doing?
yeah. Well, I've also got people now sending me stuff to modify for them. I mean, I sell products, you know, that's my bread and butter. But now I've got guys going, oh, I've got this headlight, can you make a brass rim for it? Which, like before, no, not a chance. But now,
yeah.
I've got that. But it's only through
Tools
trial and
knowledge,
error
isn't it?
and learning and getting it wrong.
So all these custom pieces, you make all these?
Well, I'll show you what I've made.
Go on then.
Just to, so, right, starting at the back, you can't really see them, but there's a cluster
Like a
of three
rifle
lights.
Yeah.
I made them.
But to muzzle.
I made these, we'll call them mudguard retaining clips. Never been done before, no one's ever done that. I made them out of necessity, being necessity being the mud I won't invent. This is one of my buns, so this is what I sell. I made this, I made that, I made that. This was black and white, I changed that. It's more on the other side of the bike, to be fair, what I've made. What else have we done? I made this part here, I had to modify that. I've made this, that, the wheel spacers. I've changed the gearbox. It's completely the wrong transmission for the bike, but I wanted it because it runs better.
What about the dust cap?
Oh, yeah.
Although that was made by another guy who sort of done a run of them. There's a lot. I mean,
There's a lot of you in it, isn't there?
Yeah.
oh yeah. I mean, can I show you me
Bunk.
little bum? I mean, if you want to talk about being proud of something,
Yeah.
that's
You made it
great.
yourself.
Wow.
You know,
Just so it
Yeah, show the camera.
that's that. You know, it's a bit of metal, but it's
Yeah.
not the actual steps and
Detail.
the amount of work that goes into doing that. That's what I live for these days.
Yeah.
So you've got a creative side.
Oh, big time. And I never knew I had it. I've always been really like wanting to be a good drawer, but I can't draw for shit, you know. But what's in there, I've never been able to like express it into the world.
Yeah.
Whereas now, I've got these little things, and like I seem to be good at coming up with stuff that no one's ever done.
Yeah, you need.
It's like, you know, I'm very OCD, or no, very obsessive.
Yeah.
Hence me being so into the bikes. But that obsession will drive you to do things that no one else has done, because you've got
You're
a
becoming
problem.
an innovator as well.
Yeah, well,
Human nature.
it's just like I will beast myself on a problem until I've solved it. You know, so yeah.
Do you know what you've done as well, Steve? What's healthy as well? I know I see him in a different light now, but you've created a new identity. It's you've not created an identity, sorry, that's the wrong way to say it. Your true identity has come out and you're expressing yourself. This is who I am, this is what I like, this is how you know me.
And it,
Yeah.
Do you get what I
it
mean?
ties in with being happy as well.
Yeah.
I'd say.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. It's like the
It
videos,
makes
isn't
you
it?
happy, doesn't it?
Oh yeah,
doing
this.
that.
I mean, to some, like my ex-wife and my fiance now, this is like, it's a bit much, the obsession I have with them, but that's me, that's who
It's
I
better
am.
than going out.
Yeah.
Oh
Okay.
yeah,
heroin
being on that. I mean, yeah,
Crack and all that. And beating
we're having a
people
beer
up.
now because I'm sort of celebrating seniors. It's been that long.
Yeah.
I mean, this ain't me every day, you know.
Cannonball coffee. We're out there, we got to do keg.
It's finding that thing, isn't it? We've all got that thing that we don't even know we've got until we find it, and when we do find it, it's like
be good at it.
you're so
Why
happy.
did I find out this is like 20 years
20
ago?
years
isn't
Jimmy
it?
Burke said to me, it was ages ago, didn't it? I put a thing on. I am not a bike builder. I could be, but I'm not, because I don't want to be a bike builder. I want to be a parts manufacturer.
Okay.
But Jimmy had said, we'd said something, and his comment on Facebook was something like, how could you spend so much time in the
I think
army?
I remember reading that.
Basically, a waste of all them years when I could have been building bikes.
Yeah.
You know, but if I hadn't have done the time in the army, I wouldn't have the pension I have now, which the pension keeps the wolves from the door. So if I have a bad week, I ain't got to worry.
Well, I've said sorry, Danny.
I was just going to ask about, because you're obviously self-employed now,
Yeah.
what the pros and cons are, because you're your own boss and you take pride in your work, which I think are two big plus points.
Yeah.
What else?
It's all consuming as far as I'm either in there grafting or I'm out there selling myself, because I mean, if I don't like push what I'm doing, no one's going to know I'm there, you know.
Yeah.
And like say there's 3 million bikers in the world, I need to present myself to them, and maybe only 20,000 people will buy something. I'm not ever going to sell that volume, but that's an example, you know. So
is that a pro and a con?
well, it's a pro for me because I love being out. I like to be out there.
Yeah.
As you can tell by my videos, I like to put my point across. But for my personal life, it's a con because like we might be watching telly, and I've like last night I had something like 20 odd emails and 60 odd notifications. Like have that personal relationship with every person.
Personal touch.
Yeah, and if they don't buy something, I'm not like, oh, so they didn't buy something. It don't matter.
Word of mouth is still strong as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's you do something like that to somebody else, they're gonna then, whenever the time comes on, do you know somebody that can do this?
Yeah.
Go to him.
Yeah.
Go to this guy. It's he doesn't just fob you off or just have your money off you. Care, love and attention.
But like another con is where's your next like sale coming from, or where's your next bit of money? Because I mean, one thing about me, I don't mind talking about personal stuff like money and that. So I like to run having like 500 quid in bank, somewhere around that figure, you know. Now when I was on £2 a month in the army, I never got out by the second week at month, you know.
Yeah.
But now I'm out, you have to think and be a bit more
got it.
shrewd. So I like to run having enough money that, you know, if I need to buy some, because I mean I might make this much in a week, but then I've got my son working with me now, which is a new thing. That's an added pressure because I've got to pay him, and if I don't sell now, I've still got to pay him.
Yeah.
You know, if he comes in and does now, or just tidies up, I still have to pay him. You know, so there's a pressure there. That's like one con. But having said that, I'm building something with him because this what we're doing now is the beginning of you know, my future. I want to be having like a machine shop. That might take me 20 years to get there, and I want to die knowing that that's what he's got.
But every top thing, whatever you're doing, you've started somewhere.
Oh yeah.
This is the birth of it. It's
Yeah,
exciting,
big time.
isn't it?
Yeah,
I'm excited
like
by
this.
seeing it.
Well, he was saying today, he goes, well, when we've got when you've got I don't want a mansion, I don't want to be rich, I don't want none of that. If that's what he wants, that's cool, I respect that. But for me, just having this little bubble is enough. But he said to me, he goes, yeah, you have to like get your where it all started transported to your new place, and it sort of made me laugh because one day I will have like metal bars put under that, and the crane will come and pick the shine shack up. Harley Davidson started in a building that size. Yeah. And look at what they became.
Well, my next point were, what's its name? Because I know there's a bit of bad air in there.
The rules of Facebook state, as part of the community standards, you go on there and you be yourself. I.e., you're Danny Fort, you're Del Boy Del. My business is Chopper Ste Shine Shack. And the other day someone had made a complaint saying that that's not my real name, which like my first initial reaction was, but actually I sat and thought, well, let's take a positive out of this negative. So now I've made a business page. That's called Chopper Ste Shine Shack. So you know, it's not a big thing.
Force your hand, don't they?
Yeah, they have. But I mean, I'm not going nowhere. You know, this is me. I'm here to stay. You know, if I stop selling parts tomorrow, I could take a step back and start polishing.
Yeah.
I mean, I've got a company over in Cleveland that they was begging to give me a job. That's not what I want, you know. But yeah, so yeah, I didn't let it was a negative, but I made it into a positive.
I struggle to understand why people do. Like someone put Clem over with his charity.
Really? I didn't know that.
And someone's done that to you. I don't understand things like that.
It's the green-eyed monster, isn't it? You know. I think I'm in let's call it an industry as well, where like 90% of the people, not a lot of the people in it, not all, because there's some real good guys out there, but a lot of them are in it for that.
Yeah.
And they want to make as much as that as possible. But I don't want that. I want enough of that to get by.
Yeah.
In fact, you know, I don't want to wear Armani suits. I don't want to drive a Tesla. What I want,
you want to be well known for your good
I
product, your
want
good service.
that
Yeah.
out there. That's what I want. And as long as I can pay my bills, put fuel in that and insure it, and then go and buy a beer, that's all I want. You know, and the more I sell, the more I make, the less I'll sell it for.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, it ain't about money.
Your patch.
Oh
You started
yeah,
delivering.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, do you want me to hold that?
That's a place down here. So this
He's had something post, haven't you?
this is an old school patch. I'll show you one in a minute. That's an old school patch made by a lad called Lester Gillis. He's a friend of mine down south, and he makes these old school patches, which back in the olden days, when people were in, whether it be a motorcycle club or whether they just wanted to wear a patch, you had to make it by hand, and they use a method called chain stitch. So my good buddy Lester has just sent me that, which he made for me.
Go on, I'll do it.
I'll let Del do it. But that's my logo, and if you
Thank you,
notice,
Lester.
Merch.
that's my
Yeah,
bike.
merch.
Oh, wait a minute. It is your bike,
Yeah.
isn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
It is your bike.
It's your identity.
But that's that personal thing, because we're mates, he knows my bike, and
Yeah.
he's done that for me. But yeah, so cheers Lester, you're a legend.
Brew on you.
Right good lad he is.
Yeah.
Really is, yeah, top lad.
And it's evolving. It's almost like you've been through your initial bit, even if it's a patch. Now it's starting to grow in front of your eyes.
Yeah.
It's not always monetary value, is it? Because you're on about bartering.
Yeah.
So
So,
money has to change hands, does it?
like, I had a message the other day of a guy, he asked me how much a certain item was. I told him the price. He went, oh, that's actually for what you're doing, it's a good price. He went, oh, I'm struggling. So I sent him a message after that. I went, all right, mate, you're struggling at the minute. I says, I'll do your one-time deal here. So I knocked like half the price off. Just because of the way he worded his message, I thought, yeah, he's like a good bloke, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I said, I'll do your one-time price. The price stands now, but if you haven't got the money now, that still stands later. But then I got to thinking, well, why not trade bits and bobs? You know,
Yeah.
so I'm going to do you this bung. Just say that's 150 quid. I'll swap something for someone
Of equal
something
value.
of the equal value, which I'll either A, use, B, sell,
Yeah.
or C, swap or give away, you know.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
I'm
well,
about to
it's
do
trading.
Yeah, well, I was talking
That's
to a
what
lad.
money we
Yeah,
invented.
barter system, that's
Like,
And again, but
I'll give you 2 goats for a pig.
Yeah.
You'd be like, no, 2 pigs.
yeah,
how it
that's how it
or I'll
was,
give you,
you know.
I'll give you 26 for your sausage and beans.
is. Then
Yeah,
go on
scarf.
to little coins.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, to me, that's that is the old school mentality. You know, I'm a big fan of like the Wild West and all that. I'm a bit of a geek on it. You know what I mean? I love it. And that was a time when men were men and life was hard, and people lived by a code. I don't know if you've heard of it, the code of the West. You know, it's a
Tell
way.
us.
Well, I mean, I can't read it off verbatim for you, but it's just, it was a way that people acted. You didn't steal off each other.
Yeah.
If someone
These are values.
yeah, a good example, Pastor and Wiley. You know, if you've got a guest in your house, if the British Army wants that guest, well, you ain't giving him up because it's about honour. So that was another one. You know, if you had a guest, you treat them like royalty. There's so many different things in that.
Yeah.
And I think for me that even though we live in like 2020, in my head that's the way to live.
Yeah.
You know, you look after people and you do your best.
Yeah, it's a good way to live, I'd say.
Well,
Yeah,
I'm
so
about
you get
to. I mean, these here. I mean, they're like 100 odd quid. But next, my lad was saying, "Oh, let's do like a competition or an auction for one." And I'm like, "Well, no, let's give one away for 10p." You
Yeah.
know, I'll give it away for 10p. All I want out of that is I want some more likes, you know. So the competition will be have this 100 odd quid thing that's going to take me a day to make. You get it for 10 pence. Give that or a fiver. Give that fiver to charity. It's got to do some good, you know. And all I'm getting out of that is a little bit of exposure.
Well, it's your marketing, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, you've got to live in the real world as well, you know. But I like to give. I mean, I'm about to give a lot of stuff away to a person. Who's a mate of mine. I want to see him like excel in what he's doing and take it to the next level. I've got a load of gear sat in my garage for like leather crafting and that.
Yeah.
So I've said to him like it's yours. And I'm going to go up there next week, sort it all out. I mean, we're talking about 500 quid worth of gear. I'm not doing it to you, look at me, I'm such a good bloke. It's more like, yeah, I'm going to do you a favour.
It's nice
because,
to be nice, isn't it?
I'll tell you what it is, it's my mate Lester, because he's made me these and he hasn't charged me a penny for them. So, like, this is my opportunity to give him something.
This is what we're trading now. We're doing it right now. We've said Lester's name, we've looked at it, we've shown the patch, it is quality kit. So there's anybody out there looking for stuff like this, we'll put a link in it. Does he have a Facebook page?
Yeah.
Well, we'll put that Facebook page in the description
Might
so
be
people can
little,
click on it.
Bag stuff, doesn't it?
Yeah, well, we talk to each other, we've got a few
You might want some.
mutual friends. And
But look, we're doing the same. We've got merch coming that we want to give away.
Yeah.
We want to give people free stuff just for watching these podcasts, that's it. And pressing that red button. And we're finding it difficult to say, we want to give you free stuff,
Yeah.
just press this button.
Well,
That's the
Facebook
trade.
And
Yeah.
YouTube. I don't know what it is, but Facebook, we're on like in region of 600, aren't we? Likes or followers, whatever you call them. Flip across to YouTube, they're linked 180, 181.
Yeah.
You're like, why? What is the problem here? Why Facebook and not YouTube? It's the same click,
So that's part of our learning journey.
tap or a click. I don't understand, mate.
I mean, it's one of them things that if I was to put a picture of a veteran stood there at a funeral, it might get 15, 20 likes. If I was to put a picture of a bird in her bikini, it's going to get hundreds, and that's the mentality.
Yeah.
But it is what it is, you know. But what you're not reaching that thousands and thousands, but then that you are reaching, you're making a difference, and that's
I've heard that.
worth more than a million superficial likes to me. So I say, well done, boys. I'm proud to know you.
Thank you very much. I'll take one on that.
How you doing?
We
You're
get
doing great.
to a point, yeah.
Well, yesterday when I was tinkering with car, doing brakes and that, and I put out, can anyone use an hand light for some space to do it, because I need to get all wheels off. It turned out to be an epic ball ache, but one of the lads who reached out were, you might remember him, Andrew Meadway, Speedway.
Quite a little lad, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Was he from Briarfield?
Yeah. He lives in Nelson now, so I said I'd give him a shout out, but it was just that thing of helping.
Yeah, but a bang. Can we have a, sorry,
Of course you can.
I need to roll the fag.
Right.
Oh no, we're being told we'll wrap up and then
Oh, we done?
we'll get through this. Yeah.
Okay.
What shouts out.
Yeah.
Right,
So you
carry on.
mentioned Leicester.
Oh, am I doing shout outs?
Yeah, get some shout outs in.
Oh, some shout outs then. Right then. Darren, I've already done you. Nick Worthy, another top bloke. My mate Andy, he helped me with the roof for this. Top lad, proper G as well. Andy Porter, Louis Hartley, my kids, my family, all my friends, everyone knows me, but one person in particular, my lass Lindsay, that like my rock.
Yeah.
She keeps me grounded and tells me off. But yeah, thank you very much. And thanks to you guys.
Your shack.
The shack.
The shine shack.
Buy his kit.
Buy the stuff. I've got just one for me this week, Danny. My mate Sebastian Wild. He's got his own little business going there. He does smelly candles, all that kind of stuff. Car fresheners, so we'll put your link in the description, mate. Any from you, Danny?
If you've got any servicing to do on your car, don't see me. Well,
Can I do one more shout out?
of course you
Yeah.
can.
Sammy Stubbs. Remember Danny Stubbs?
I do, yeah.
So-
Daughters.
Sammy Stubbs is a wife of one of our boys. It's really nice stuff, like boxes of chocolates and that. It's Sammy Stubbs, and I think it's called Sammy's Sweet Things.
We'll put the link in.
Yeah,
We'll put it all in.
Tunes.
Yeah, hey, to go away with it. I love this tune.
It started last time. We're doing like an outro now of local we don't have to be local, just like unsigned bands. We're trying to help and promote because we know that live music has just took a big hit on it this year for obvious reasons, and there's a lot of people out of work and sadness really. So if we can help alleviate that, and this week's band is they call it Jade Assembly. Right, they're an indie band from Bolton, but don't judge them by that because I'm from Burnley. I get a lot of stick for that, but they are. I met them. I've been to a few of the gigs and they're really
I've
good
heard one of their
lads.
songs, you know. Have they got a song that's a little bit famous?
We were going to play it after this.
Yes.
After he said it.
Chris Dillon told me about this.
Yeah, well they came down to Purbright to play at a mess do.
Mega song, the one I
Yeah.
heard, mega.
Well, I spoke to James earlier today, the singer, and I suggested a song to me. He wants this one playing. It's called "Take Me Home," and it's going to play us out. So, cheers for your time, Smudge.
Cheers.
Thank you. It's been a
And
pleasure.
as ever, who can? Shaka
Shaka
can.
can.
Gotta give us a Shaka. Come on, Auntie. Yes, we got one.
She told me how it could be